Have you ever wanted to see the entire Hawara site, not just the pyramid? For more than 2,000 years, the Lost Labyrinth of Hawara has remained one of archaeology's greatest mysteries. Ancient writers described a monument so vast that it rivaled the pyramids themselves. Could there really be a mysterious tic-tac-shaped anomaly hidden beneath the sands? Was the pyramid itself protecting the entrance to something even greater? And what did the labyrinth actually look like? In this video, I'm taking you on a complete walkthrough of the Hawara site. We will explore the ancient site together and see rare footage of two new dig sites, and the landscape that once supported one of the most important monuments of the ancient world. Using archaeology, historical accounts, satellite imagery, and modern discoveries, we'll piece together what Hawara may have looked like in its prime. By the end of this journey, you'll understand not only the mystery of Hawara, but the true scale of a site that continues to raise questions thousands of years after it was built. Join me as we walk across the entire Hawara site, explore the evidence, and investigate one of Egypt's greatest mysteries. I can't even explain how it feels to be at these ancient sites, other than magical. Even the animals seem to sense it. We started the day at the Open Air Museum with my guide, Dr. Reda Abdel Halim, who is an Egyptologist having worked at Hawara for many years. Every piece of stone in the Open Air Museum tells a story, gathered and placed there for a reason, like building blocks that need to be pieced back together. Dr. Rita placed the stones there to show the differences in materials found at the site. The pieces of once grand visages of kings and queens who placed their names on the stones for generations to remember. The granite pieces are so weathered, there are no visible tool marks. They were brought all the way from the Aswan quarries over 500 miles or over 800 kilometers. The pieces displayed feel completely disconnected from the surviving mudbrick pyramid. It's hard not to wonder whether they once belonged to the Lost Labyrinth or even an earlier phase of the pyramid itself. Herodotus wrote, "At the corner where the labyrinth ends, there is a pyramid. On it are carved great figures of beasts." But mudbrick pyramids are not ideal surfaces for monumental carved figures, raising an obvious question. If those carvings once existed, where did they go? The amount of pottery shards all over the ground was truly incredible. Everywhere you stepped, a piece of history was laying under your feet, layer upon layer of occupation.
I found the mummies here. This place.
Wow. Dr. Rita said he found two mummies hugging each other here. They were decorated with funerary masks made of gold or gilded materials. More burials at Hawara included the famous elaborate painted and gilded funerary masks associated with elite Roman-era Egyptian burials.
Now we followed by sand again. It's half.
Oh wow, look
shape.
at that, yeah. This was a very deep shaft, and after it was excavated, they filled it back in with sand. As I stood there looking out over the vastness of the area in front of me, I began to realize what a huge undertaking it will be to fully excavate this area. The labyrinth itself covers several football fields in size, not to mention the tomb areas underfoot all around us. Walking the site changed my sense of scale completely. Layer upon layer of burials surround the labyrinth. as if generations of people believed this ground held something sacred. The remains of the Roman mudbrick village are worn down almost beyond recognition, as though the landscape itself tried to erase them. Mudbrick is fragile by nature, easily consumed by wind, rain, and time, but looking across the site, it's hard not to wonder if something more dramatic once unfolded here. As the top layer of the labyrinth disappeared and its stones were carried away, were these settlements built beside the ruins of a forgotten monument, or by the very people who tore it down? Or perhaps they were the workers who repaired the pyramid and placed mud bricks on top of the original pyramid remains. In 2008, more than 8 meters of sand and debris left behind since Pottry's excavations were cleared from this area by a team of nearly 100 workers laboring for 2 years. Buried within the spoil piles were enormous limestone blocks, unlike the surrounding mud brick remains. Some scholars have suggested they were casing stones, yet up close the blocks resemble structural building stones far more than exterior casing. Dr. Rita maintains that the pyramid's foundations are limestone, which raises an intriguing question. Why would a mud brick pyramid be constructed directly over substantial limestone masonry unless the mud brick represented a later phase? Perhaps a repair, reinforcement, or protective covering over an older monument beneath? Standing among the scattered limestone blocks, it becomes possible to imagine another scenario entirely. That the visible mud brick pyramid may only be the final layer of a much older structure hidden underneath. Its original limestone core gradually buried, dismantled, and forgotten over time. Dr. Rada and his team later opened a deep excavation on the eastern side of the Hawara Pyramid, searching for a hidden entrance. In ancient Egypt, pyramid entrances were sometimes placed along the eastern side, aligned with sacred beliefs surrounding the rising sun and rebirth. But instead of uncovering a passage, the excavation struck water and had to abandon dig efforts here. Dr. Rita believed it may have connected to an underground water source, raising even more questions about what still lies hidden beneath the sands of Hawara. The erosion on its surface looked eerily like water had once run down its sides for ages, leaving behind scars that still remain visible today. As we move toward the southern side of the pyramid, where the labyrinth dig is located, the sheer amount of accumulated sand and sediment around the base was impossible to ignore. Much of the large lower limestone foundation remains buried beneath layers of debris and time. I hope the Egyptian government will prioritize future digs around the base of the pyramid to expose the hidden limestone foundations so we can learn more about the structure.
This is huge area. And now this Egyptian mission from inspector office, which I talked to on Facebook to everyone. There is no foreigner mission in Egypt right now in Labyrinth, because many missions like to come to follow Herodotus theories. There is 3,000 of golden rooms. One first floor, 1,500 room, and second floor, similar, full by statues of gold or something like that. This is Herodotus said that he saw in Egypt. But this is not true, I think, because when they dig now, they found only blocks of limestone and granite. It was here in 2008. I make a hole here. I have to show it for you. I found only stone. It was quite deep in my time, 4.5 meters in deep. I found nothing, only water come to me. I asked myself, what is the gold of Herodotus who talk about it? What is the statues? But maybe if we go more than deep, we come.
As I look out over the area, the immensity of the dig site is overwhelming. The amount of manpower and funding needed to excavate a site this large is intense. This is one of the reasons I created this video, to raise awareness of just how massive an undertaking this truly is. Until you stand among the ruins yourself, it's difficult to comprehend the sheer scale of the site or the size of the stones scattered across it. Here you can see a rose granite stone from the excavation brought from the Aswan quarries. I was allowed to film parts of the current excavation where around 25 workers were moving sand by hand with wheelbarrows. The stones being uncovered were absolutely jaw-dropping. Massive blocks of unmistakably megalithic architecture. I also saw the excavation up close, though I wasn't permitted to film, and honestly, the sheer scale of it was overwhelming. Watching enormous stones emerge from the ground after being buried for so long felt almost surreal. Herodotus really was right. I kept trying to envision what the top level of the labyrinth looked like. Did it look like Karnak, only much grander? It had to be grand to leave such an impression on Herodotus and myself. Here, among the ruins, one can almost picture the labyrinth in decline, silent halls collapsing as its stones were carried away into history. We continued toward the canal area, where parts of the ancient site were heavily disturbed during the canal construction in the late 19th century. Along the canal's edge, displaced stones now rest on the canal tailings. One stone in particular bore the hieroglyphs of Amenemhat III, the king most closely connected to Hawara. The carvings still carried an unmistakable elegance, like surviving echoes of the Lost Labyrinth itself. As we continued walking along the canal, I noticed the large white limestones on the west side. From space, this is a fairly large area of what appears to be the same type of stones in the labyrinth dig. While working on this video, Dr. Reda sent me footage of a proposed second dig at Hawara. In case you missed it, I shared the news as a short on my channel. So glad to see they're expanding upon this 2010 dig site. This is the exact same site across the canal with the large foundation stones. The farther we walked, the more overwhelming the sheer scale of the site became. The more exposed stones I saw along the canal, the more eerie the landscape began to feel. These massive blocks had only reappeared because the earth had been cut open, which makes you wonder how many other ancient sites still lie hidden beneath the sands, completely unknown and untouched for thousands of years. We turned to walk up the hill, and I noticed a large stone in our path. This appears to be the base of a large column, pedestal, or pivot stone support base. It is made out of sandstone. As you can see, it is quite large, giving a good visual of the size of the architectural structure this must have supported. Our journey then led us toward one of the most mysterious parts of Hawara, the entrance area of the pyramid. can see where one of the mud bricks had fallen off over time. Another reason conservation and restoration of this site is extremely important. Walking around to the entrance, you can see how the mud bricks were stacked, but it doesn't look as precise as I thought it would look. At least not precise enough for large limestone casing blocks to be attached to the exterior. The limestone blocks look more like Dr. Rita suggested, foundation stones. The stark contrast between the mud brick and the large limestone blocks is very apparent near the entrance. It makes you wonder whether the mud brick visible today was added later, concealing and protecting something far older beneath it. If that's true, then what does the original structure hidden beneath Hawara actually look like? Flinders Petrie described the hidden chamber beneath Hawara as something far beyond an ordinary burial vault. Deep beneath the pyramid, he documented a colossal subterranean chamber carved from a single monolithic block of quartzite, sealed beneath enormous masonry and capped by a massive sliding lid weighing nearly 30 tons. Looking at the entrance, I found myself questioning whether we are even looking at a pyramid entrance at all. What if this was the actual entrance to the labyrinth? Its location differs from the north-facing entrances commonly found in many Egyptian pyramids. Colossal stone above the entrance must weigh an extraordinary amount, and it looks uncannily modern. As we descended into the entrance passage, it became clear that the corridor had been completely swallowed by water. The water itself was remarkably clear, allowing glimpses into the darkness below, but its presence comes at a cost. Thick salt incrustations coated portions of the interior walls, evidence that water and dissolved minerals have moved through the structure for a very long time. Whether these salts originated from groundwater, later environmental processes, or some external mechanism far older is an interesting thought. Year after year, it slowly erodes the ancient structure, threatening the stability of one of Egypt's most enigmatic monuments. Standing there, it was impossible to ignore the urgency of conservation, because without intervention, parts of this remarkable structure could one day be lost forever. The blocks of the entrance are of a similar size as the entrance lintel. The stones fit together with such extraordinary precision that the seams nearly disappear, leaving behind an enduring mystery of ancient engineering. This may have been some type of hinge for a door. Walking out, it really does look like a restoration attempt, perhaps, by the builders of the mud brick facade. Almost as if it was placed there to protect what is underneath, as the large stones or foundation stones seem so out of place. The mud brick was obviously melted in places. In some areas, significant melting can be seen. I have more to say on this in future videos as my research continues guiding me down rabbit holes, as significant proof of my theories keeps showing up. I was so fascinated by these piles of stones. This place felt old. Really old. Again, I wondered, what did the structure under the mudbrick really look like? Far below the pyramid lies a colossal quartzite burial chamber, encased within massive stonework and protected by gigantic roofing blocks. The deeper you study the design, the less it resembles a simple tomb, and the more it feels like a monumental structure concealed beneath the mud bricks. There were pieces of rose granite laying all over the ground. The immense buildup of sand and deteriorated mud brick told a story of slow collapse and transformation. The scale of the pyramid was apparent here, and the engineering and manpower required was evident. It's interesting to note that as mud brick structures deteriorate, they gradually collapse into dense layers of compacted earth and debris. Over centuries, these deposits can become so hardened and weathered that an ancient monument may eventually appear as nothing more than a natural hill rising from the landscape. What if the architects understood exactly what time would do? Designing the outer layers not only to protect the subsurface structure, but to gradually conceal it beneath a mantle of earth and sand. From a logical standpoint, and just being objective and inquisitive, it seems more like a type of protection than anything else. Across Egypt, mud brick was frequently used in conjunction with stone monuments for protection, support, and restoration. Whether a similar purpose was served here at Hawara remains an intriguing possibility. We were now moving to the north side of the pyramid. Here you can see where a large portion of the pyramid has eroded away. It looks like a large slide from space, but where did all the mud bricks go? In 2009, archaeologists excavated this area, digging approximately 4 meters or 13 feet below the surface. There they encountered water and large limestone blocks similar to those emerging from the current excavation. Recent rains had also left their mark, carving fresh trenches into the ground and exposing yet more of the landscape to the forces of erosion. Dr. Reda and his team thought this was another entrance into the pyramid.
Put straw by 20 meters, it can go very deep. This is the new exit or entrance. It's the same direction of the source, the south entrance.
This is potentially another unexcavated entrance into the pyramid or the labyrinth. He said it's going the same direction as the tunnel located on the southern side, and going down 20 meters or over 65 feet. This is just another example of how more excavation is needed at this site. Could this be an entrance into the pyramid or an actual entrance into the labyrinth? Notice the large limestone block in the excavation area. In this area of the dig, they found a prince and a princess burial site. The north side of the pyramid shows extensive signs of degradation, as if centuries of erosion have caused sections of the structure to gradually slide away. Broken mud bricks lie scattered, silent evidence of a monument slowly surrendering to time. North of the pyramid stretches a vast landscape of mounds, many marking the locations of buried ruins and ancient tombs hidden beneath the surface.
They like to bury themselves like a king. In a mudbrick. This is from Greco-Roman time. This is the small size. The big one from Middle Kingdom. Many things.
It's amazing.
Like a big temple over there for Greco-Roman time.
Oh, wow, yeah. I was looking at that.
Here.
Yeah, it's amazing. The mounds stretched as far as the eye could see. Some likely mark ancient looting pits that have gradually filled back in over time, while others conceal the remains of the once thriving Greco-Roman settlement that occupied the area. The site was so immense that I had to speed up the footage just to show how far the ruins extend. There had been thousands of people living and being buried here. Walking among these endless fields of buried ruins, I realized that photographs alone could never convey the scale of Hawara. Creating this video tour felt like the only way to truly share the immensity of the site. We approached the remains of a Greco-Roman temple. Its once impressive structure now worn down by time and exposure to the elements.
Here talking about the place which was considered a temple from Greco-Roman time, made it like donation to the king. The rest of it need to be preserved. Everything need money to be preserved. Need a mission from abroad, from any country. Love Egypt, love Egyptology, come to work with us, to share together. A project like that, it must be very, very, very important to talk about it.
Walking around the ruined wall, I recall seeing this ruin in a piece of artwork. It closely resembles the famous 19th century illustration published by Carl Richard Lepsius during the Prussian expedition to Egypt, showing the weathered remains of the Hawara Labyrinth with the pyramid rising in the distance. I recreated the drawing so that we could envision what the walls looked like in the past. This artwork offers a rare glimpse into a landscape that has continued to change with time. In just over 2 centuries, many of the walls shown by the artist have been lost entirely, leaving behind only fragments of what once stood here. This illustration further helps explain Dr. Rita's urgency when speaking about conservation. Time continues to take its toll on the site, and without preservation efforts, more of Hawara's history could disappear with each passing year. It is curious that Lepsius thought the Greco-Roman remains were part of the labyrinth. The limestone foundation stones and the columns are much larger and more elaborate than these mud brick facades. Here you can begin to appreciate the immense scale of the mound field surrounding Hawara. The farther we walked, the more pottery fragments appeared beneath our feet, scattered across the landscape in astonishing numbers. Many of these rises are not simply piles of disturbed earth, but the weathered remnants of buried archaeological deposits, collapsed structures, occupation layers, and ruins accumulated over thousands of years. Perhaps this is what the settlement once looked like at the height of its occupation. As walls and buildings disappear beneath the surface, they trap wind-blown sediment and create subtle elevations across the landscape. Erosion gradually exposes the layers below, concentrating pottery and other artifacts on the surface. While some mounds may be associated with ancient looting activity, it is far too simplistic to assume they all share the same origin. Here we get a rare glimpse beneath the mounds. While the roof has disappeared, the mud brick walls have endured, protected by the desert's dry climate and layers of sediment, rising from the earth like a forgotten apparition. The ruins seem suspended between the present and a distant past. This area lies not far from where Petrie uncovered crocodile tomb chapels for the worship of the crocodile god Sobek. Of course, my imagination ran wild at the thought of what one of these chapels may have looked like. Maybe not that stylistic, but it's fun to imagine. We walked through more of the extensive ruins, and I can honestly see why this area hasn't been fully excavated. I hope this journey across the site has provided a glimpse of the sheer scale. Thousands of people called this place home over the course of centuries, each generation adding another layer to the landscape. Yet, at some point, the cycle ended. Unlike many ancient settlements that were continuously rebuilt, Much of Hawara was eventually abandoned, leaving us to wonder what caused people to walk away from a place they had occupied for so long. Towards the end of the walking tour, we walked past this area of holes visible with Google Earth. It had been excavated, and I was told it is like a causeway and its purpose is still unknown. They do appear to be similar to burial shafts, and you can see the tailing piles here where they excavated. Regarding the Merlin Burrows scans and the reported tic-tac metallic anomaly, the canal is clearly visible in the imagery, so I'm still not sure what depth the object is. Whether there is actually an object there and what it may represent remains an open question. My view is simple. If there is even a possibility that something significant lies beneath the site, it would be in Egypt's best interest to examine the evidence carefully. A discovery of that magnitude would not only be important for Egypt, but for the entire archaeological community and the world at large. The world is watching, and people everywhere are genuinely interested in the history of Hawara. If there is something there, it could become an extraordinary discovery that benefits both Egypt and the world. Discoveries inspire curiosity, tourism, research, and investment. Cooperation and transparency between all parties, including those who collected the scan data and the Egyptian authorities, are the best way to determine the truth and ensure that everyone has confidence in the results. For those of you who don't know me, I have been using remote sensing to find lost ruins from space and investigate scientific anomalies. Please join me next time and hit that subscribe button. Until next time, thank you, and look for those layers upon layers. They are everywhere.
Sun on desert sand, whispers of a timeless land. Nile flows on a silver vein, washing clean the ancient